What's up YouTube? This is Connor here with another video on Slow Garage. Today we're going to be going over how to use the paddle shifters in your car. I know a lot of y'all, this is probably common sense to you, but some of you guys maybe newer getting into cars may not understand completely like how shifting and how the gears and everything works. So I'm going to be going over that in today's video. So as you guys can see for this video, we're going to be in our 392 Challenger. It is the 6.4 liter V8. It has the 8-speed automatic transmission, which means there are 8 gears. So if you look at the steering wheel, here on the left side you have the minus shifter, which means downshift, and then on the right side you have the plus sign, which means shifting up. And then if you look up on the dash, it says D1, that means we're in drive and we're in first gear. So in the Challenger, and many cars have this also, so down here on the shifter you can also manually shift by pushing the shifter over to the left when you're in drive. It's the same thing really, so up is downshift, down is upshift. So yeah, most people prefer to use the paddles, but that's there as well if you'd rather use the shifter down there. It kind of feels more like you're driving like a manual stick shift car. So next I'm going to show you guys some driving clips and actually explain how to use the paddle shifters and everything. One thing to know before you go driving, you don't need to worry about your miles per hour. What you need to worry about when shifting gears yourself is the RPMs. That's what tells you like when you need to shift, and like that's how the car knows when to shift when you're driving in automatic mode. As you can see, so like 6,000 RPMs the red line in this car. So that means like you can't go over 6,000 RPMs without shifting. It's kind of bad to like repetitively go all the way up to 6,000 RPMs. It's a little hard on the engine. But yeah, most of the time the car shifts around like 2,500, 3,000 RPMs just when you're regularly driving. So that's kind of a good number to go off of if you're just like cruising regularly. Shift up once you get to like 2,500, 3,000 RPMs, and then shift down once that number's pretty low as well. But if you are racing or driving fast, that's when you want to use the whole RPM gauge. So like I said, it redlines at about 6,000 RPMs. So say you're doing a first gear pull, once you get that all the way up to like almost 6,000 RPMs, then that's when you want to shift. If you're trying to get the most speed out of your car, that's the best way to do it. Just be sure not to let it go all the way up to like 6,000 RPMs and then not shift. That's, like I said, bad for the engine. It's pretty hard on it if you let it go all the way up there and then you don't shift immediately. But the good thing about these cars nowadays, like most modern cars with the automatics, if you are like using the paddle shifters and shifting yourself, if you do happen to like redline the car and you're not shifting, the car will eventually shift for you. So it won't let you do too much harm to the transmission, but it is still best to shift once you hit that mark. So now we're actually on the road. I'm going to show you guys. So we're in 4th gear, as you can see, going about 30 miles an hour. So if you wanted to downshift, get some RPMs up, get some speed going, click the left one. Shifts back up to 4th. So now I'm going to show you guys on the road, actually show you guys how to do it. So we're going to come to a complete stop right here. Click the paddle to initiate that we're in paddle shifting mode. So as you can see, it shows we're in 1st gear. So now we'll wait for the light to turn green and I'll show you guys kind of how to shift at. So first I'm just going to be driving like comfortably, like not going really fast or anything, just kind of cruising around using the paddles. So we'll do that first, and then I'll show you guys kind of how I like to drive when I'm going faster. So at about 2,000 RPMs, it's a good time to shift. So 5th gear, going around 35, 40 is a good kind of cruising speed. And then I'll kind of show you guys. So if you wanted to downshift and kind of get those RPMs up, just push the left one and get you some speed on that. Go back up to 5th. And then the cool thing about the Dodge cars in particular, if you hold down the plus paddle, it'll actually end like paddle shifting mode, so it'll go back to automatically shifting if you just hold down that right paddle. So that's a pretty cool feature. I don't know if many other cars have that. I know these do. I know Chargers and Challengers all have that. I don't know for sure if other cars do, but I think most cars kind of have something similar to where, you know, you can get that feature somehow, but I'm not sure exactly. So now I'm gonna show you guys kind of how to have some fun with it. So, you know, the reason people love to use the paddle shifters is because, you know, it gives you control of your automatic transmission. So, you know, what people love to do, so now we're in automatic mode, so if you click the downshift to fifth, maybe one more time, then, you know, it really gives you control to like downshift the engine and then speed up. I'll show you one more example of that here. So we're just cruising automatic mode, and then we click the left shifter, fourth, get into third. And you know, like I said, you can deactivate the manual shift mode by just holding down this up paddle. That's kind of what I like to do instead of just like downshifting to come to a complete stop. Usually when I'm done, you know, doing a pull or whatever it is, I usually just hold down the plus paddle just to kind of get out of that mode so that I don't have to like shift down and come to a complete stop. Usually I just activate, you know, paddle shifting mode if I'm wanting to, you know, if I'm doing a race or I want to go fast. Another good example on when to downshift. So say, you know, you're driving fast and then you're coming up to a corner. It's kind of good to, you know, downshift so that your like engine will kind of automatically brake for you coming up to a corner, so you can coast through it. RPM's already high, so then you can come out of the corner. So that sums up the video. I hope this kind of helped you guys understand how to use paddle shifters and how they work and when to shift and all that. So I appreciate you guys watching. Comment down below anything you want to see. So like, you know, we have this car, the 392, and then we also have the Charger, the 5.7 Hemi. So if you guys want to see any particular videos on either car or really anything, I mean, we have friends with all types of cars. Whatever you guys want to see, just comment down below. Let us know, you know, what type of content y'all want to see, because we basically make most of our videos based on y'all's comments. So yeah, just let us know what you want to see if there's anything specific. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.